Hey Rob, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm really appreciate you taking the time to come and do a quick chat with me and and kind of have a conversation about your experiences with renovation and how I kind of sort of helped you out in that. I just really want to thank you for the time that you're taking to speak with me. And before we talk, can you tell me what was actual purchase, the rationalization? What was the reason why you actually went out and you purchased this property?
That's I think that's a common sort of thread, me to everybody else. The objective, looking at rental properties is to create some passive income. With that passive income, the hope is that you're going to build some wealth. Once you start building that wealth, you're going to have some financial freedom. And at the end of the day, that's what we're talking about, feeling comfortable that your retirement's going to be taken care of. That was the end goal for me. And I think it's no different than everybody else out there.
That's great. That's beautiful stuff because we talked about this before, where like 90% of the world's millionaires out there are based on real estate. So I totally agree with you, and I encourage everybody to take a seriously strong look at making investments in real estate. So this house of yours, can you talk to me about what condition it was when you purchased it, and what were some of the things that you're looking at accomplishing?
The house we purchased, it was a dated house. The people who owned it before, they probably hadn't renovated anything for about 25, maybe even 30 years. So, the expectation was the kitchen needed updating. There's a couple bathrooms in there. The bathrooms needed updating, new paint job, all that. One of the concerns I had was one of the bedrooms upstairs looked like it had some water damage. So I was worried that the roof and or the windows would have to be replaced. And if that was to be true, that would have cost me, quite a bit of coin. At the end of the day, with your help and your guidance, you helped identify, where potential problems are with roofing, and what to look for with windows. And it ended up being a small, quick fix. The venting pipe, the seal on it was broken, and water was coming in, and there was some water damage. The contractors we had dealt with, when we got our quotes, all of them said the same thing. You have to change your roof. You have to change your roof. And at the end of the day, like I said, with your help, with your guidance, we were able to identify it and ended up not being the roof. It was just a quick fix.
So that's a great story, and I'm glad that I was able to help you out. One of the things that a lot of people are struggling with in your particular situation is when they purchase a property like that, is really to decide whether to go down the road of actually hiring a general contractor, where we all know general contractors are going to charge you to supervise and plan and manage the renovation, versus going out on your own to actually handle the renovation itself. So I question I have for you is, what made you decide to plan and manage renovation yourself? Like, what was the rationalization behind that?
That's something that I don't think is unique to me, but help me is I like to get my hands dirty. I like to get myself involved in everything I do. I love to do my homework and figure things out, and before you take a step. So for me, that managing that process is what the ultimate goal was, is to build out a skill set so that this process can be repeated more than once. And being involved in that process helps you identify and help you learn a lot of stuff that, like I said, can only help you, repeat this process over and over again.
That's a really a bold move on your part, and I encourage a lot of people to take that next step, because part of the process of you actually being engaged in the renovation yourself, you learn a whole new skill set, and you touched on that. And that's one of the things that you can then take on moving forward in your real estate investment career, is that you have that skill set to be able to make that assessment on homes that you're currently, I'm sure you're looking at, right?
Absolutely.
So, that's one of the things that I encourage a lot of people to go down that road, and because at the end of the day, you become much better for it. So, if you don't mind me, like, I know that you went out and you did your homework. And so this house, you actually got it priced out by a number of general contractors before you decided to go out on your own. Can you give me, if you don't mind, what was the number that you signed, the range that you're getting on the
Yeah,
renovation?
it was pretty funny because I talked to a number of different contractors. I had two or three come in, and all of them were north of 100,000, and all of them picked a nice, round number that seemed to be pretty convenient, more than anything. Because when you talk to them about details, it was always generalities. Oh, this. Oh, that. You got to do this, the roof, and it just seemed very generic and unprofessional. Somebody like me who wants to dig into the details and figure things out and make sure you're not getting hosed. I didn't get a good feeling that that's what was happening at that point.
Wow. And so ultimately, you decided, we worked together, and you went forward and you renovated this house. What do you, when it's all said and done, what was the actual final tally? Like, how much of this renovation ended up costing you?
I'll be honest with you. It cost me, around $63,000, which is incredible. For me, I like to be a little bit conservative. You plan for a number, you target a number below that, and you hopefully stick within that range. So if there's any overages, you're still within a comfortable spot.
Right.
I ended up being a lot lower than my conservative number, which, if you think about it, gives me now a cushion. And that cushion could be used for any surprises. At any point in time, something can go wrong. And now I don't have to worry about where that money's going to come from. I've got that cushion that allows me to sleep at night, that I'm in a good spot.
So can you, that's a tremendous amount of money that was saved, and that's testament to you and your abilities to sticking to the plan. And I love hearing it. And ultimately, can you, to anybody who's listening to this, can you go through the process of how the renovation was unfolded? Can you sort of touch on some of the major points that you came across, that you found that you found most helpful in keeping you on that path to success?
Yep. For me, the process where I learned the most was when we worked on making the plans on what to do. Everybody knows about budgeting, and thinks they have a plan. But when you talk to someone who's gone through this more than once, like yourself, you start to understand that it's more than just a budget. You want to establish a goal for the renovation. You want to establish a plan, especially your needs and wants. And before I talked to you, I had no significant thought about establishing what needs to be done versus what you want to be done. And you helped me understand that. When you're looking at a rental property, the needs are the most important thing. The wants come later when you have the ability to be able to do that, and take care of that. And you help identify that. I think one of the key things for me was you help me understand how to manage the contractor as opposed to having the contractor manage me.
Right.
And to me, that's a skill set that I'm definitely going to be taking forward into my next project, because at the end of the day, I know that the job was done right. I know it was done within my budget initially set, actually below. But that process of having the confidence, that I can do this, I'm already looking for project number 2.
Good for you. And the last question I'll ask you is, I think you already answered, is, do you feel empowered? Do you feel in a position that you would be able to tackle your next renovation without me or anybody else? Do you have the confidence in doing that?
Yes. To put it simply, yes. But, for me, knowing that you have someone with expertise, a professional that has gone through this more than once, looking over your shoulder, gave me the confidence that I could do this on my project, and the success of this project has proved that right. And that just, you know, that skill set, that experience, and the knowledge that you've done it once, like I said, on to number two.
Good for you. I love hearing that. And it was great working with you, and give my regards to your family, and I really will keep in touch, and I wish you the best of success moving forward in your career, your new real estate investment career.
Thank you. Thank you. I look forward to you interviewing me when I'm a billionaire.
All right. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you.